I would absolutely love to build a tiny cottage here and just live here. You're in the forest and you're also by a lake. And what a lake it is. Look at that. Good morning, guys. Every day around 5 o'clock we get woken up by all kinds of bird song, and I'm always too sleepy to turn the camera on. Right now it's about 7 o'clock. We did have a sleep in because I could hear the rain falling, and I'm like, there's no point getting up just to ride in the rain. Our friend Carissa just sent us a photo. She's a couple of days ahead. She sent us a photo of ice. I have never, ever, in 20 years of my life in Western Australia, seen a sheet of ice on the ground. My Facebook memories came up today from last year and the year before. We're chilling by the pool. Well, it's a fairly big boy.
Just point out that before that rainbow lorikeet was eating with its whole body. There was like some piece of grass bigger than it was, and it was like it was really cute. Oh my darling, oh my darling, what you do?
Leaving Kartaburnu, off to Manjimup. Can't wait to get on the bike. Right, let's do it. With no more dry clothes left after today, we have one set. You know, you can't be living from day to day, and you can't have the laissez-faire attitude, but you also have to look after some of the basic needs, and that is be able to be dry, be able to retain body heat. The trail from Kartaburnu to Manjimup is very pleasant. There's one longish climb but very mild gradient. A lot of it is just really well flowing. Single track, good times. When Michelle puts the hammer down, we're smashing. So we missed the turn. My bike computer actually told me. What I did is loaded the GPX file into the computer, and when I deviate from the route, it actually starts beeping at me and flashing red. We only had to backtrack like a couple hundred meters, no dramas. Oh, what is this? So we're in Manjimup, we just had coffee. We're gonna try and have some Chinese. Manjimup's a big town, the biggest around this area. It has both major supermarkets, it has hardware stores, it has even like Retrovision, even maybe Kmart or Target, pharmacy to replenish ibuprofen. I think this is it. It is Reggie's tofu. Refueled, and after a little bit of indecision whether to stay or to continue, we decided to push on. The sun was mostly out, and our next destination, Quinnenap, was 40 kilometers away. Quinnenap is an enchanted place with a magical lake, and I really wanted to spend the night there. Well, I was a bit indecisive in Manjimup. Should we stay? Should we go?
where should we eat, where should we drink coffee. There's so many choices. And when you get so many choices, you get almost crippled by choice and overwhelmed by choice. That's why it's, when you roll into a small town with one shop, it's very simple. The choices are made for you. And I think I like it better that way. All of a sudden coming into a hub of civilization was great, but also it was very busy.
Editing these videos, I am reminded of how peaceful we felt in our solitude, surrounded only by nature. Calling Manjimup busy and a hive of activity shows just how much your perception changes when you live on the trail. You become attuned to the world around you, the weather, the profile, all the important stimuli your brain constantly assesses. And then when you enter a space with a lot going on, even if it's only a 10,000 population town, it feels overwhelming. It's incredible how quickly the peace returns once you leave the town and you're surrounded by trees again.
Yeah, now we're out. It's just us in the road again. Really nice. So when you run out of ideas for a letterbox, use a microwave. Make like gummy and lick off the icing.
And throw away the bun.
Next spot will be on our friend's property at the Kari Lake. This is my favorite place. Yeah, that's the shed. We want to set up somewhere on the flat ground where there's no branches above us. Yeah, that looks good. I mean, I am just waiting for the right block to become available, because I would absolutely love to build a tiny cottage here and just live here in the forest, and also by a lake. And what a lake it is, look at that. It's unbelievable. It doesn't get much more beautiful than this. Man, I don't need much. Say hi.
Hello. Okay, so today was it? Alright, so we were wet and cold for like a day and a half, essentially, with like some breaks in between and being warm. And I think I hit a bit of a trough, and I was just kind of like getting through it, and feeling a bit cranky. But now that I have a fireplace and a pint and I'm dry and I'm warm, it's like it never happened. Isn't life grand? That's all it takes. You just have to fulfill that bottom tier of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and you're golden.
Yeah.
That's my life tip right there. My other life tip is, if you're feeling really like bored of life and like you don't know what you're doing anymore. Just put yourself into really uncomfortable situations where you're like cold and wet and hungry, and then fulfill those needs for shelter and food by feeding yourself, drying off, and being warm, and then you're like on this high. It's a natural high, and it's beautiful. You don't need drugs. Just do extreme things, and then comfort yourself after. That's my second piece of life advice.
Don't do drug, kids.
You don't need to. Just get really cold and wet and hungry. And then, yeah, exactly, as I said, then eat and dry off and get warm. And then it's like, pew. Your mood will go like this. Crazy. It's dope. Do it. Bye. That's it. Over and out.
We're at the Quinnipiac Eco-Tourist Caravan Park using their prehistoric Speed Queen commercial dryer. Second cycle. I know you're not supposed to put cycling clothes in a dryer. I know, but what do you do when your cycling clothes are wet? And they're not gonna dry out overnight.
That Speed Queen dryer, we did 2 cycles and it did not dry our clothes. So we have literally no other clothes that those that we're wearing that are dry. But on our friend's property, there is this shed. Check this out, guys. I MacGyvered the shit out of this. These are the hook straps, creating more clotheslines